I've worked at the chamber for several years, so a lot of familiar faces. This looks like a great council. It's my first time here, which is saying something. I'll definitely be back. Thank you for hosting. Thank you, Priscilla, for sponsoring today. Everyone in this room needs life insurance. My boss is here, so I may need more. A couple quick things, just so I can be quick and take questions if there are any. We've been working on this project for about 5 years, almost 6 years. I tell people that that's 10% of my life, and no one has said like, oh, 2 years. Because anyway, I'm old, and it's taken a long time. One of the things that you'll see from JAXUSL, which is sort of an interim name right now, is a succession of announcements. We got a lot of things like people are asking about, like, where are we going to play? What's the name of the team? What kind of colors? That sort of thing. And all of those things are coming in upcoming dates. It was really a big relief to have our announcement about the franchise and the league that we're playing in, which is the USL, which is the United Soccer League. They have 2 pro divisions.
That means they're
the first
soccer
is the
losers.
championship, which we'll play in, so it'll be whatever our team name is in the championship. They'll play teams that you've probably heard of: the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Charleston Battery, Pittsburgh River Hounds, Detroit City.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really cool cities that we play. There's 27 teams in the league now that we'll play in. By the time we kick off, which our target is the beginning of 2025. So we're at, it's been 5 years to get to the sort of starting line for us. So we got a lot of work to do, but 2025 is going to come really quickly as well. There is a tremendous amount of support for soccer across the country. We've done a deep dive into the soccer community here, and the demand for pro soccer is very high. We know that the community can support our team, and even the Armada, when the Armada comes back to pro, we hope they do. There's plenty enough soccer fans and sort of diversity of soccer fans for,
He don't know what we
do to be a part of our fabric in the city as well. So we've always supported those guys. They've got some things going on for them that you can read about with regards to the stadium, and hopefully they'll announce their league soon. We won't likely play in the same league, but we can play each other. So we can play friendlies. We can play. There's a thing called the U.S. Open Cup. Every team in America can qualify for the U.S. Open Cup, and they end up, knocking each other off. The finalists this year that played Orlando City, we actually got lucky enough to go to the game, was from Sacramento, and they're in our league, the U.S. Championship. So we're talking the highest level of soccer in the U.S. that we're bringing to Jacksonville. Equally as important is we're going to bring a women's pro team. So this is totally new to this area. We're going to have, it's going to be in a league called the Super League. This is a network of amazing cities that are going to have pro women's teams. They haven't announced all the cities yet, so it's kind of, you guys are getting some inside info, but we're in that network. Some really cool things that I love about, also with our research, we know that the women's pro team is going to do very well. We're super excited about that. One of the things that we love about it is with our league, one of the things that they're going to do is pay equity. So soccer's a meritocracy. You make more, the better you are. But when it comes to the base pay, the women will make the same as the men, the lowest players. It's a really cool thing that I like to talk about because it was meaningful to us. I'll talk briefly about my partner, Steve and I. Steve, if you'll wave your hand. Steve and I have been working on this. We are managing members, so we're owners and part of the workforce. We're fortunate enough to get some investment from a guy named Ricky Kaplan. Ricky is a healthcare executive who sold his company to Tech Mahindra and now has sort of a family venture office that has several companies that they manage, and we're now one of those. His good friend Tim Tebow is one of our owner partners in this, which provided a lot of excitement for the launch. But I'm a Knoll, I'll just say that first off, but he is one of the most amazing persons that I've ever met. When he gives us time, he's like fully focused on what we're talking about, and he's got some amazing ideas. When these announcements come down the line, you'll be hearing more about. But I just want to say what a thrill it is to have our group together and to be working on that. Let me think of some other just major points. The three things that you can do to kind of get involved. We're not a team. We don't know the name of it yet. We don't know the men's and women's team may have separate names. We're not sure. That's one of the things that you can help us with. We have a extensive, and you can skip questions on this, it's important to know, but we have an extensive survey at our site. It's JAXUSL.com. We lost the link, but anyway, JAXUSL.com. I have cards too. But if you go to that, please take the survey, sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter will be the first place that some of these breaking news things will pop up. I also personally do all the t-shirt and scarf giveaways and stuff too. And we're trying to be as generous as possible, get the merch out. And then you can also make your season ticket deposit. And you might be saying, well, 2025, don't worry, this will hold your spot. We have a limited number of them, and there'll be other ways to, if you want to put it towards your season ticket package or put it towards merch or whatever, we'll have lots of different ways that you can utilize that. But I do suggest at least getting a seat reserved, because those are actually really, I guess unsurprisingly, but sort of without people even knowing where they are, I've been blown away by the number of deposits. So it's $25. It's a good way to hold your spot. The last thing you can do, the fourth thing right now that we can do on our site is we are taking on partnerships. We've got some amazing, really good business partners already. So if you've got ideas on ways that we can work together, or you want to sponsor the men or the women's team, there's a partnership page at our website as well. I could go in a lot more on that, but I think it'd probably be better if I just took questions, and I'll take hard ones if we have time, a little bit of time. Yeah, so anybody got a question? Sir.
Why did the fan survey ask so many financial questions? Like, why does it matter about my taxes or how much I make and all that? That kind of drew me away from you guys, actually. Yeah. And then I got blocked on social medias trying to find out the same thing about it. So, yeah.
No, well, shouldn't be blocked. I run the social media, so we'll talk after this. I'll make sure that I'm not sure why you would be blocked. And I don't know that anybody besides me has that capability, but I'll get with you. Yeah, one of the things about the fan survey, it has to do with getting as much data from our folks. You can skip any question on there, but we do want to have the most information. Steve, do you want to chime in on that?
I make a little point on the financial question. It's so we can, everything's kind of anonymous, but it's so we can put together a kind of picture of who our fans are. So we can then go to potential partners and sponsors and say, here's the demographic, here's, you know, the kind of the financial situation.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's really to help the club grow. We're not really interested too much in what you earn and all that sort of stuff, but it really helps us in terms of the partnership discussions and activities.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Thanks. Any other? That was a great question. Any other questions? None?
Was there certain areas that you